see, I've already cut off the sill plate panel, which you'd like to see what that looked like. There you go. That's what's underneath those rocker covers. And then the damage isn't terrible. It's just the pinch weld basically all along here where the floor and this upright meet. But in the front right here, and if you go inside, you can actually see through underneath this wire bundle. So I got to pull the wire bundle back, cut the floor back, cut this panel back, and I'll end up cutting, you know, a few inch section out of this, a couple inches section out of the floor, and then I'll build a new panel and weld it all the way to the floor and get rid of the pinch weld, which, as you can see, when you jack on your pinch welds, it crushes the bottom of the car. So don't jack on your pinch welds. I know there's like a jack point right here. I wouldn't even bother using that. Use where the subframe connects down here. Be a lot better to jack from. It's going to bend a little bit, but it's not going to screw up your floor. Cut the bottom off of this, just so I can get inside of it. This is actually not bad on the inside. It's not rusty. The bottom of it, just this edge, is rusty. So I'm going to cut that back, weld new steel in there, get rid of this pinch weld here, and then rebuild the subframe where it connects on the bottom. I've already patched right here in the trunk. There was a little spot of rust that went through into the trunk. Back here there was a bit of surface rust. We're going to grind that all down, primer it with some etching primer, and recoat the trunk. One thing to watch out for on these, right up here in the top, sometimes you'll see the coating coming off. Moisture will get in here and it'll actually come inside the trunk. And it comes in right at the top, and then it runs down, and then it fills up your trunk with water, and you never know where it's coming from. This has got a lot of surface rust, so it's not too bad. In the back here, this was rusted out. I had to replace this panel. I haven't finished welding that. So if you get a great deal and it's rusty, be prepared to do this. The guy that I'm doing this for, he got quoted $10,000 to have this repaired. So I'm not going anywhere near that price, but it's going to be repaired right. I made this piece. I'm still working on it. It's not all the way done. But all I did was took a thicker piece of steel than what the floor is actually made out of. Bent it up, bent the angle into it, and then I bent up the pieces and welded them in and grounded it down. I still have to add a stiffening piece inside the factory piece. That's the piece of the floor that I cut out. It's pretty bad. So after we cleared out the sound deadening, you can see you couldn't see that before with the sound deadening in place. So without the sound deadening, that's what we found. But in the factory piece, there's a stiffening bracket that goes back here with a drain hole in the middle of it. The water tends to pool up beside it and doesn't get inside this drain hole. But I'm going to go ahead and re-add this stiffening bracket with, so if you'll notice in this piece, it comes up higher inside the car. That's actually going to be a lap joint, and then I'll seam seal all of that so that it's not going to get water in it again. Getting rid of this pinch weld all down the side of the car. As you can see, I can cut it out. I cut it out right above where the rust went, all the way down the side of the car. So in there, I got a nice clean metal weld tip. Went ahead and seam welded it, you just saw. And nice, clean, tight welds all the way around that. Thanks for following along with McNish Fab. Please subscribe to catch the rest of the videos on the repair of this rusty Skyline.